But the world moves on, doesn't it? We want cell phones, iPods, satellites, and rocket launches. We want Large Hadron Colliders punching holes into the other dimension. I mean, we must, right? Why else would we spend $8 billion here and $447 million there if we weren't seeking to have bases on the moon and punching holes into the other dimension? This is what you want out of life, isn't it? No? Well, why is it that all of our funding, all of our money, and everything that we do goes straight to the wartime effort? Why is it that the military-industrial complex is the one that has billions upon billions of dollars to spend? Civilization is crafted by the military domination. Our reality is crafted by the military-industrial complex. Walt Disney is programming you to war. And worse than that, into new ideologies so that you will war with old ideologies. Most of the time, my emails are so wonderful they give me goosebumps. Most of the time, I get blessed messages of people telling me that I've helped guide them into a new understanding of the universe where there is miraculous forces guiding and helping and loving humanity into a new form of existence. Most of the time, I get such messages. Some of the times, I get something like this. Go out and smell the flowers. Enjoy life. Are you nuts, Freeman? The sky is covered in chemtrails. There are military jets flying over day and night, spraying us with chemtrails. The flowers you enjoy are polluted with this chemical filth. In fact, the entire planet is polluted. The Illuminati are planting bombs all over the planet, blowing to bits, killing and maiming innocent men, women, and children. What about the Palestinian concentration camp? What about the millions of children being abducted, sodomized, tortured, and murdered in satanic rituals every year? What about the genocides called Afghanistan and Iraq? And then there are all these people on the streets that you say are so wonderful. These wonderful people are slaughtering and enslaving millions of animals every day. They enslave animals and call them pets. The reptilians do the same things to humans. Ain't no difference. These people are so dumb and stupid that they cannot even see the chemtrails, and the ones they can see don't even care that they are being attacked with chemical biological weapons. This planet is a total effing nightmare. You talk of love. F your love. These evil Illuminati bastards love you to love them. What about showing some empathy for people and animals being enslaved, tortured and murdered and starved to death? You go on smelling the flowers and enjoying this monstrous world, Freeman, while the rest of us concentrate our minds on killing these evil bastards that have turned this world into this evil nightmare. I am sick and tired of all this love crap. The hippies tried all this love crap in the 60s, and what happened? Of course, the world became worse. And it is only since people have become angry that things are starting to change. Why not have a browse, let's see, someone to give me a different reverse-speaking perspective? Yes, Freeman, you go on smelling the flowers of this filthy, evil planet, because I won't, until this evil nightmare is wiped from creation. I hate everything about this disgusting planet, and anyone that can enjoy living on this evil rock is totally nuts. Yeah, that is the sentiment. That is what people are feeling, and this is what actually is being programmed into us. This anger, this hatred, this disgust for the planet. For the evil monstrosity that controls existence as we know it, and I'm certain my pet does not think she's a slave. If anything, she probably thinks the other way around. But when we start to look at the world and you want to attack and address and hit upon all of these issues, all of the things going on, and this is something that really struck home with me. Now, I traveled this nation from about 93 till 99, and I did find a wonderful world out there. I did find nothing but amazing, generous, loving, nurturing, caring people. It is my karma to find such things, I believe, but still I know that there is more good than bad. And as I did travel throughout all of these things, I did start to discover that there was a miraculous force guiding me beyond things that I could possibly understand, leading me to things that I couldn't believe. And then I began to come awake and aware of the political spectrum around me. You realize that at about this time, this is when Clinton started to take over things like Waco and Ruby Ridge and other nefarious Oklahoma City actions going on, and I started to become aware of this outer spectrum. The thing that struck home with me was the recognition that there was another life that I was existing before I knew any of this stuff. And as I became informed and aware, then yes, I went through the different cycles of grief that all of us do, and we realize we've been duped. And I felt anger, I felt sorrow. I went through all the different stages until I realized acceptance, until I understood that I chose to be here, and released myself from the victim mentality that makes me want to go out and be the dark hero. The enemy is manufactured, always has been. Your hero is manufactured, always has been. So the idea that you're going to fight some force for some other force is showing that you have been misguided. And we can't help it. We've been programmed since children. What are we going to do? We know hardly any different. But the more we start to discuss with one another, the more that we meet and share with each other, the differences begin to come. And this is where I differ from many of the people that you listen to in the conspiracy network, and why I am able to speak of love and smelling the flowers. Because I've met more people than anyone that I know, and anyone definitely within this type of network. Because most of the time, conspiracy theorists don't get along with people all that well. But I've always been one in wonderment, one that's a dreamer, one that's into interesting and intriguing things. Not to say that people were any more happy to hear about the things I had to say, but I was also in a wonder world and was able to express great amounts of joy and expression and love and show the world that we were all fine and getting along. And it's this message that is completely forgotten and left out from all of the methods of indoctrination that we receive. That's where they lose control. This is the chaos they wish to create order out of. But the chaos functions just fine. Ask any mathematician. There's nothing wrong with a fractaled world. They want to create order out of this chaos. And who's doing it for them? We are. As this poor man in my email thinks that the evil is coming from outside, when we must realize that the evil is generated by us. Because we support the system that creates it. We are building our own walls. They may not look like walls. They actually look like Telsat satellites, space-based lasers, moon bombings, Large Hadron Colliders, and credit cards. We build our own walls. We allow this wall to be created. Why are you working for Walmart? Why are you working for Target? Why are you working at all? To sell Chinese crap to a bunch of other people so that you can feel satisfied and go home and sit and say, well, I did my part for the system today. It's never going to change that way. But recognize that those that be, the powers that are, have changed the world already. And you're already written out of the script. There's a new world on the horizon and you don't count. Downsizing of the corporation is going to occur. So what we must recognize right away is that we're always in a doomsday scenario. Are you not going to die? We all die. We're born into this world into a doomsday scenario. So why get all excited about the different methods of your death? We will never be able to seek the true positive light of life if we're constantly angry and fighting the elements that are attempting to remove it. So our goal should be not to find out what enemy we could destroy to make this into a better place, but what method can we employ to create the world that we wish.